Hey guys, so I thought I would try something completely different, something I've never done here on my YouTube channel before. If you've been following me for a long time, you know this channel used to be very different. Now it's sort of focusing more on the end of business and blogging kind of stuff. I have a lot of tools and tricks under my belt from the last several years of trying to start different blogs and going in and out of blogging, and lately with building my business and rebuilding my blog and my brand, I've really accumulated a lot of really helpful tricks that I think a lot of you guys out there could benefit from, whether you're a blogger or a business owner or both. So I wanted to talk today specifically about Canva and how you can use it to create really incredible pins for your Pinterest. There are a lot of bloggers and business owners out there who are suggesting that Pinterest is becoming, or already has become, actually the #1 way to drive traffic to your blog or to your business's website. So it's a really incredible tool. I feel like that can get overlooked by some people when it comes to comparing it to other social media platforms. You know, I feel like this day and age, people care a lot about their follower count on Instagram and how many people they're reaching on Instagram, but really Pinterest has honestly become my favorite platform that I've ever used, and it's been what I've really been trying to focus on lately, more so than any other platform. Although I still do post on Instagram and Facebook, I've really been trying to work on my Pinterest. So I thought I'd share with you how I create Pinterest graphics in Canva. It's really easy to do, and it's actually a lot of fun. It doesn't take that much time, and you can get as specific, detailed, and customized as much as you want on here. So I made a couple of graphics today. I made this one earlier when I posted my blog post about some really great resources you can go to when you're a new blogger. So this was the graphic I made to not just post in my blog post, but also to post on my Pinterest board. I also created this graphic for the post that's going to coincide with this YouTube tutorial about how to create the perfect pins using Canva. So I'm going to show you how I create these graphics and just really show you all about some of the really cool things that Canva has to offer. So I'm going to go back to my Canva page here. If you've never heard of Canva before, or if you've heard of it but you aren't quite sure what it is a graphic design tool that you can use. You don't need to download it to your desktop. I do have the app on my phone if in case I want to create something and I don't have access to my computer. But you just go to canva.com. You can sign up for an account. I do have a paid account, so I pay, I believe it's $12.95 a month. There's also an option where you can pay, I think it's $9.99 a month, but you have to pay annually. It's a little bit more cost up front, but it does save you money in the long run. I just didn't feel like I had the option at the time when I got this a couple years ago now. But so that's an option for you if you want access to all the different features that Canva has. I don't think I've ever had a free account, so I'm not quite sure what the differences are there, but sign up for an account. You're not going to regret it, I promise you. So this is the main page when you want to create a new design. There is a separate page that houses all of your designs that when you log in, it will pull up all your previous designs that you've created. However, when you want to create something new, you're going to click this button here, and then this is the page that you'll see. They do have a nice selection of recommended templates and canvas sizes for you to use based on what you want to create. They also have all these different sections here specifically for social media, for certain types of documents, for different ebooks and freebies, marketing materials, other elements for social media. I've used some of these before for any emails that I send out in my email list. Also for my YouTube channels, I've used them before. And just some other really great Canvas options that you can start with. So since we're going to be creating a graphic for Pinterest today, I'm just going to select the Pinterest graphic canvas. And what it's going to do is it's going to pull up a blank template, and I'll show you more some of the features when we get there. All right, so you'll see the canvas here, this completely blank canvas that you can fully customize. And then over here on the sidebar, you're going to notice all these pre-designed layouts and templates. You can absolutely choose one of these and customize it according to whatever you want it to say on your Pinterest or on your blog or whatever. But I personally like to pretty much work from scratch because it's something I just really enjoy doing. But if you don't have the time, if you don't have the patience, if you want something quick, easy, and pretty much foolproof, you can choose one of these pre-made designs. So just to kind of show you what you can do, if I want to select, let's just go with this one here. All you would have to do in this case is pretty much just change the text. If you are writing something about a wedding on the beach, this is perfect. You won't have to change a whole lot. Maybe just add your website in there and, you know, change it up to match whatever your blog post is about. So that's all you would really have to do there. But like I said, we're going to create something completely from scratch. So the first thing that I do is I think about what I want the background of my graphic to look like. Sometimes I might just leave it plain white so it won't require any adjustments here. But you can go ahead over to this background option, and you'll see it pulls up brand colors, a default palette, and then an area where you can select additional colors. These are colors that I chose that I use often for my brand, so those will always live here. I'm not sure why this is there. And then this is the default palette that Canva provides you with. So you can go in and select any color that you'd like, and then again, go to this document colors and choose any color on the color wheel. Really, the options are endless. If you don't want to do a solid color, you can scroll down here to where they have all the different patterns backgrounds and choose something that suits your brand or suits whatever kind of mood you're in that day. These are free, which is great. You have so much to choose from. As you keep scrolling down, you'll start seeing that there are some actual photos that you can use. Some of them do require that you pay for them, but really, if you're not willing to do that, there are so many free options that you can choose from. The option that I love to use is searching their image catalog. So you can go up to the search bar here, and you can type in whatever you want, really. So if I want to type in beach, I'll just click on photos, and then all the photos in their database that relate to that keyword search will come up here. So again, you'll notice all the options that are free and then some of the options that are paid. When you find the photo that you want to use, all you're going to do is click on it and it'll send it right to your canvas. You can leave it like this, but typically for me, I like to stretch the photo to go the full length and width of the blank canvas. So if I were using this photo today, I would leave it pretty much just like this and go ahead and start adding in all of my other graphics that I wanted to include. But there's still one more option, and that option is, I don't know if it's my favorite. I can't decide if my favorite is using the Canva photos or if it's this option I'm about to show you. This is Unsplash, and Unsplash provides you with free stock photos that you can use for personal or commercial purposes. So all you have to do is go to unsplash.com. They also have an app that you can download right to your phone to make it easy if you're on the go. I just typically type in whatever it is that I'm searching for and see what the results pull up. So if I'm going to be showing you how I made this graphic, I'll show you how I found this photo because this one is also from Unsplash. All I did for that was I typed in laptop flat lay, and then I started to browse through what came up. I did find it pretty quickly, but I continued to look just to see if there was anything else that caught my eye and just decided that I would go with this one. I loved the colors and just the overall layout. So all you have to do is click on the photo you'd like, click to download it, and you're all set. I'm not going to go through and show you how to download it. I've already done it. So it's already downloaded onto my computer. So I'm going to go back to my design. And I showed you how to do the background, but what you can also do is you can upload your own photos right in this bar over here. So you're going to click upload, You'll see I already have a number of photos uploaded to my inventory, I guess you could say, my little space here. And I've done this already, but I'll just show you really quick. You're going to click Upload Your Own Images and then simply just select the file that you want to use. Once that's uploaded here, you'll click on the image and then resize it however you like. So as I said before, I typically like my images to stretch the whole length and width of the canvas. I'm just going to resize that. And then the other thing I like to do with a lot of the photos that I add here on my graphics in Canva is I like to change the transparency. So there's this little gradient looking button up here that you're going to want to click on if you want to adjust the transparency. I don't want to make it super transparent. I want it a little bit more opaque. So I'm going to go with, let's just do 65. I like the look of that. All right, so that's all I'm going to do for the background. The background is done. Now I can work on adding the fun details that you can add into your different designs. So you'll notice back here over the bar, we worked with the uploads, the background. We'll get to text in a few minutes, but now we're going to go over here to elements. If you are new to Canva or if you haven't tried it yet, but you want to open an account with them, I really, really, really recommend that when you sign up, you give yourself a chance to fully explore as much as you can before you start creating your first design. Open up a blank design and just play around first, because they really have so many incredible features that I didn't realize they had until I really started using this a lot. So if you're creating an infographic, these element options are a great place to go. They have them all organized into different categories, which is really helpful if you're creating very specific designs. They really have so much to offer. But for this graphic, we're going to keep it pretty simple and just take a look at the shapes here and the lines. So we're going to head to shapes first. And I kind of already have a vision in my head of what I want to do with this. So I'm going to create a little bottom bar here to kind of cover up some of this negative space, because I really want the focus of this to be here and then on the title of my blog post. So I'm just going to click on this one. You'll see there are a lot of different options below it of different shapes that you can add in, but we're just going to go with this square. You could certainly keep this here in the middle if you want and change the transparency a little bit and then add your text inside. But we're going to keep the transparency up for right now and bring this down to the bottom, stretch it out, and then size it down just a little bit. Okay, so now that's done. You can leave it white if you like, or I love to kind of play off of some of the colors that are in the photo. I think it really complements what you already have in the photo, and it's just, I think it's really visually pleasing to do that. So I'm going to go to this little square here, and this is where you can change the color of the elements that you add to your design. So I'm going to select that, and you'll see your brand colors will pop up again, the default palette will pop up, and then you can definitely go in and add whatever color you want from the color wheel. So I'm just going to see if I can find something that complements the colors that are already in the photo. A little bit more orange. All right, like that. So we're going to keep that, and then I'm going to adjust the transparency again. I'm not going to do too much because I want the text to be able to stand out, but I do want to allow some of the background to peek through the little box there. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the lines here. I love this feature so much because they have so many different styles of lines with fun shapes and patterns inside. It's really cool to be able to customize this. This is one of my favorite ones here. I don't know if I'll use it for this one, but this is a really cool one. You can customize the color of this, the length. It's a really, really fun little pattern. Why don't we go with, yeah, let's go with this one. I'm just going to bring that down and stretch it across. And then I think for this color, again, you're just going to go back up to the upper left-hand corner and select the color you want. And see, oh, that's kind of, I didn't use this gray color last time, but I kind of like that. All right, let's see how that looks. I can always go back in and change it. I feel like that kind of complements some of the images in the background here. So we have the basics set up. Now you want to go in and add your text. So you're going to go back over to this sidebar here and select text. The same thing as whenever you first opened up your blank canvas page, they have a lot of pre-designed text boxes for you to use that will pull up the exact fonts that are in each of these. So you'll see this pop up here in a second. But don't feel like you have to use this if you don't want to. If you want to get creative with it and come up with your own little arrangement, you can definitely do that. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to click Add Heading here. And I think I'm actually going to do two different ones. So I'm going to start with one here. The other great thing about using Canva is it really helps you guide where everything goes. Where that purple line was down the middle, it helps me to make sure that everything is centered correctly. So I'm going to say 3 resources here, and we'll go in and change the font in just a second. And then I'm going to do one more, add a subheading, and bring that down as well. And we'll make sure that's centered in just a second. All right. We'll say every beginning blogger. Okay. From there, you can go ahead and customize your font and the size of your font. So I sometimes like to do 2 different ones. Have this be the first one, or have this be the top line here, the one that stands out the most, and then this one following it up. I usually like to make this one a little fancier. So Canva offers an incredible catalog of fonts that you can choose from, but you also have the option down here to upload your own fonts. I do have a website that I like to use to download free fonts from so that I can get exactly what I'm looking for. I'll get into that in another video, but if you are familiar with adding your own fonts, you can certainly do that with Canva. But they really do have a great selection of different fonts for you to use. So I think I'm going to do 2 things. I think the first thing I'm going to do is for this larger header here, I'm going to start with one of the fonts that I have. I really love this one. And I'm going to enlarge the font size a bit. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay. So there's the larger header. We'll go ahead and move this down a little bit, but we'll also make this subheading a little bit bigger. And there's another font that I love too. I can never remember the name of it though, believe it or not. But there's another font that I really love to use that I think looks great paired with some of the more script fonts here. But really, I mean, you can just see their selection is awesome. They have so much on here. You really can't go wrong. I would just really see what works best for you and for your brand, and then you can choose accordingly. Go ahead and choose Sunday here. And make that a little bit larger as well. I have to make it a little bit smaller. The other thing that's really cool is you don't have to go back and delete and retype if you want to capitalize an entire section of text. You can simply just click this little button here and it's going to capitalize everything for you. So this font already has everything capitalized, so there's really no need to use that here. Let's make this a little bit smaller. We can move this up a little bit to squeeze that all in. Could really even adjust the size of the pink rectangle that you have here and have that allow for some room. All right. Let me just move this up a little bit more actually. All right, so once you're happy with how everything looks, you're going to want to download this to a file, whether it's your desktop or if you have a specific file for any of your blogging or business graphics. It's typically recommended that you download it as a PNG. So all you'll do is click download, and it's going to download it right to your computer. And then we'll open it up there for you. So this is what your graphic looks like when you're all done. It's really nice. It's really easy to use. And then from here, you're going to upload it to your blog if you're posting this on your blog or your business page, and then also upload it to your Pinterest. So in another video, I will show you exactly how I upload my pins that I create to my Pinterest, how I link them back to my blog, and how I write my descriptions. But this is it for right now. If you have any questions about how to use Canva, please feel free to send me an email or leave a question in the comments below. If you do not want to create something for yourself and you'd like someone to do it for you, please let me know that too. I'd be more than happy to create a custom graphic for you, for your blog or for your business site. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to do more of these videos for you guys.